G'day YouTube, how's everyone today? Sunday here up in Mareeba. I'm about 10 k's out of Mareeba. Behind me, as you can see, is the Windfarm that's between Mareeba and Atherton. And it's the last day of winter up in the far north. It's quite a beautiful day. There's a bit of a breeze. It's really nice. So I thought I would look at how I make matcha tea and how the process of matcha tea can really help you create a mindfulness situation and create patience. I'm going to go through what you need in order to do it, especially if you're doing it as a mindfulness practice. So obviously you see I've got the water boiling at the moment. It's just a camping stove with this particular boiler I'm using. I've got the temperature so I can gauge the temperature gauge on the top. So very simply, this is all you need to make it. It is a bit of a process, it does take a bit of time, and that's the beauty of it, because as I've mentioned already, it was meant for that in the past in Japan. I won't go into the history of it at the moment. I'll just go through the process and what I use to make matcha tea. There are many ways to make it. This is just the way I do it. So you need a sieve, obviously a spoon, a bowl, any type of bowl. I'm using my tea mat at the moment from my other tea set, my wife's tea set actually. A whisk, Japanese traditional whisk for whisking matcha tea. A glass. Today I've just chosen some organic unsweetened coconut milk. I mean, there are many ways to make this. I've just chosen that today. I've got matcha. With your matcha, it's organic. I only use organic. You need to check out the background, do a check on that. As I said in many of my other videos, you just need to do your own research. I use a sweetener. This one is obviously honey, organic honey, in order to get it a little bit sweet or sweeter taste, because it is quite earthy. And I don't use a lot when I do that. So what I'm going to do now is take you through the process of how I do matcha tea. So I've boiled the water and I'm going to talk you through the process. So the first thing I'm going to do is just warm up the bowl and then also the glass. So this is just to get the bowl warm. I'll dish the water, put them in the tea mat. Next thing, I'll grab the sift and get out or take out about half a teaspoon of matcha. Okay, and it's really windy today, hey, so I'm going to put the matcha in the sieve and I'm going to put water back into my bowl, just a little bit of water, and I'm going to sieve it. It is quite windy through my sieve, and then I'm going to whisk that as such. And this itself can be very, I should say, therapeutic. So, and because you will get some matcha tea powder on the walls of the bowl, I'll just drop a little bit additional water in that, not too much, and whisk that. Once that's whisked, it's a very, very simple process for this particular method that I'm using. I will use some organic coconut milk. I'll put the milk in the glass. I will then add the matcha tea. As such, give it a stir, and then finally I will add some sugar to sweeten it up, because I've got a bit of a sweet tooth and the wind is not doing me any favors today. because it is so windy. And then I shall mix that up, which will sweeten it. And for myself, I do like to leave the spoon in the drink itself. And there you go. Matcha tea. Disregard the spoon, give it a taste. Yeah, with the honey, it does make a big difference. A lot of people can't drink matcha tea. A lot of people promote matcha tea as the elixir of life. There's certainly some great benefits of drinking this, but if you don't like that earthy type of taste, it will be better to put a sweetener, be it sugar, maple syrup, or in my case, some organic honey. Okay, so cheers. So that's the process of making matcha. Obviously it takes about 5 minutes, so it's one of those processes that will create a mindfulness state because you're concentrating on the process, and there's an example of it. Let's have a look what's behind me. So yeah guys, I hope you like that simple process of making matcha tea. There are many ways to make that, of course, and you can make the process go as long as you want or as short as you want. I didn't bring any ice because I'm on the road. I do prefer it with ice, but that milk was cold, so it gives you a bit of a chilled out effect. So I'm just crossing the road and I'll just do a spin around and just show you where I'm at. I'm only just off the main road, out of Mareeba, about 10 k's out, heading towards Atherton. And there's the car in the back, my setup, and I'm just going to switch this around and give you a view what's in front of me. And there's the hills going towards Atherton, and there, love them or loathe them, depending where you sit, unless you sit on the fence, is the Windfarm between Atherton and Mareeba. Nice hills in the afternoon. Not sure for me, the environment. I'm not a fan of them, but that's only my opinion. I may agree or disagree, but I'm not a fan of the Windfarm at all. But it is what it is. Anyway guys, until the next video, I'll blow this one up, and hope you enjoyed that little tea making session. And until next time, peace out.